I didn't know salmon is the most toxic food in the world.
Yeah, man. It's just you never know, like currently how bad something is. Like every day you discover something new, and then it's like the whole world is a lie, and your whole life was a lie.
Right, my whole life was a lie.
Ramsey, when he was eating salmon, he was thinking that it was the healthiest thing he
Right,
can
and
ever
I
eat.
fucking ate so much of it in my life, man. Holy shit. And it's crazy, especially the Norwegian salmon, which is the fanciest shit we think at the supermarket, is the most toxic kind of salmon you can eat, which is fucking crazy, man. Like I ate so many packets of that in my life.
Check if this video is actually right.
Right, because now we have to do a video in like 6 months from now saying that this is... I don't know, I don't check. I'm too lazy. I just take the documentary's word for it. And if I realize, like my friend, Ruda was the one who showed me the whole meat thing to be bullshit.
Yeah.
It wasn't that crazy. It wasn't like 18%. Why is salmon the most toxic fish in the world? They spray the shit out of it with chemicals in Norway, in these little farms. They infest it. And they even show you how they...
That's crazy. Like there's no rules in Norway for farming fish or
I don't fucking know. I would expect...
or growing fish. Like it's weird, them being allowed to do this and get away with it.
I think it's still pretty accurate because I don't think anything has changed that much in terms of the way we produce fish. And what's really crazy is they also show you there's these different kinds of fish that are too toxic for human beings to eat. What do they do with those fish? They put them in these meat grinders, these big machines. They turn them into pellets like dog food, like puppy food, and then they feed them to the salmon. So on top of the chemicals they have to get and all that shit, they're eating the most toxic fishes you can eat, like condensed into little boxes.
Okay, but I still think humans did a huge improvement in the food safety in the last 10 years or so. So this document needs to be reassessed, I guess.
And this is not an account of all the plastic and the mercury too.
Yeah, that's a different story. Yeah.
Which is, on top of that, you also have this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Terrifying, man. And like, there's this really famous fish they use all over Europe. And it's very popular, but 95% of the world's source of this kind of fish. It's this wild, white, very plain looking fish. They have to fucking use all these chemicals because otherwise they die. So that's why, like, they sent these professors from France to go, this one professor to go and assess the pools. And he was like, yeah, I see why you're using all these antibiotics. But he was like, why don't you use this kind of chemical? It's, less harmful to human beings when they eat it. He's like, sorry, it's too expensive. We can't use it. So we're going to rely on the antibiotic mixtures, which is terrifying. And that fish is so popular, especially in Europe and all over the world, because it's plain and it has no smell. And it's like these white fillet fish. And they're usually really cheap. They feed them to kids in cafeterias all over the world. It's terrifying. And on top of that, in the Baltic Sea, they say the fish is some of the most toxic in the world. To the point where if you walk into like a fish store, like a butcher but for fish, if they see you're pregnant, they'll be like, I don't think it's best if we sell you. We have to by government legal law tell you that we don't recommend you eat this fish if you're pregnant.
And then they feed it to the kids when they're 3 or 4 years old.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, this is stupid. Man, just I think you should just stop thinking about what you're eating and eat whatever.